Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into the Meta Madness Qualifier number 2, day number 1. We're going to have more of these games tomorrow, as I was mentioning before. But before we start talking about the draft, let's talk about Meta Madness. So Meta Madness is a tournament style in which heroes that are picked and played are unavailable for future maps in the current series you're playing. There is a base 8 bans of this tournament, voted on by the community. Genji, Hanzo, Anduin, Blaze, Diablo, Brightwing, Vala, and Hogger are all banned away. They are not playable in this tournament or the qualifiers, and I believe more will be added to that list as it goes on further. We're getting into Towers of Doom for map number 1. As a note, heroes that are banned at the top of the screen are only banned away for the map draft. So if map number 2, it's a best of 3, we're guaranteed at least 2 maps. If map number 2 is Infernal Shrines, you could see a Joanna if she's not banned away. The things that add to that list for the best of are heroes that are picked and played. So let's say we get a first pick Dahaka for Towers of Doom. Not that uncommon. Dahaka will be unavailable for the rest of the maps in this best of 3. Now, if there was another best of 3 after this today, which there isn't, this is the last best of 3 of the day. If there was another one after this, those heroes would reset except for the initial 8 that I read off to you just now. So there you go. That is how Meta Madness works. That is the draft style. We're in qualifier number 2. There are 5 qualifiers. Then there will be the playoffs. I will be doing my best to cast as much of this as possible. The games start at 7 a.m. every day, or Saturday, Sunday, my time. I will be up and active. I almost missed the games this morning because I didn't realize they start at 7 a.m. I thought it was 8 a.m. And of course, before we get into our first couple picks, let's talk about some of the bans for the maps, as we did get some bans onto some heroes for this Towers of Doom. The coin flip was won by the members of Saboteurs. They opted in for first pick priority, and they will also ban out Tomb of the Spider Queen and Battlefield of Eternity. Storm League Enjoyers will ban out Braxton Soldat and Sky Temple, and they have map pick priority, choosing to take us to Towers of Doom. Wait, no, I read it backwards again. God dang it, wait. First pick is Hazuav's. Oh, I have the teams on the wrong sides. I'm an idiot. That's why I was like, wait a minute. No, I did something right. I did something wrong. Ah, that's why I was like, why is the first pick team getting 2 picks? There we go. Bahamut figured it out. All right, there we go. So Saboteurs on the left-hand side, Storm League Enjoyers on the right. That's the catch-up for all of that stuff. Let's take a look at what we've had picked up for our first few as Towers of Doom is unfolding draft-wise in this winners bracket finals. So winner of this best of 3 goes into the grand finals through the upper bracket. Loser will go down to the lower bracket finals, and we'll see them tomorrow morning at some point. Malfurion ban? No, they're gonna get rid of. Oh no, I didn't even see the Stukov. Tracer, Muradin, Stukov for the side of Saboteurs. So no Malfurion, of course, unless they wanted to go for a crazy double support hypercarry Tracer, which that's not that crazy of an idea. Though Dahaka Sylvanas will be grabbed on the right hand side for Storm League Enjoyers. Really, I mean that's a solid S+ for both of these 2 picks. As we get one more ban, it will be onto the Uther. Okay. How does it work? Just by boosting hype trains? No. So a tier 1 sub is 500 experience, a tier 2 is 1,000, a tier 3 is 2,500. A singular bit is 1 experience point. So basically it's equivalent to money. So like a tier 1 is $5 roughly, so that's 500. Or like 500 bits would be 500 experience.
We will forge a great destiny.
Sorry, I missed your message for a second there. Anyways, Ariel Varian for the right-hand side. We'll see a Stukov, or excuse me, a Li Ming, and what else? Tracer, Muradin. They need a solo lane into the Dahaka. What do they want to grab into Dahaka? We've seen Zool earlier today. We could see Leoric. We could have a Malfield for On a Pale Horse. Gonna look at Leoric. Someone earlier said nice GDQ shirt sweater when I ran away, but thank you very much. I appreciate that kindness. Honestly, this is like my favorite GDQ sweater. GDQ has not put out a sweater since this one that I've been like, hell yeah. This is the coolest sweater they've ever put out, in my opinion. You have helped! Thank you very much, Faffin, for the 25 biddies. I appreciate it. Thank you for the Buffanata. Last pick, gonna be a Cassia. Okay. Blinds and Tracer. I mean, it's Dino Tracer. I mean, Saboteurs have a really good draft, but Storm...
Dude, sucking at something? First step towards being sort of good at something.
No message. Desert, thank you for the 200 biddies. I appreciate that a ton, bud. Thank you, thank you, thank you. More experience for the hype. For the hype challenge. Pretty good draft from both sides. I really like the Storm League Enjoyers draft, but of course, this is the Saboteur team, and they are quite strong. I'm going to go ahead and start writing up our prediction, and we will get into map number 1 and our final best of 3 in just a moment. Okay, Saboteurs will be... Oh, I forgot to do that. On the right-hand side of our map, we are going to be having Storm League Enjoyers. iTrax playing Cassia, Aether Dahaka, Aaron on a Sylvanas, twice playing Varian, and last but not least, Lavacal. We'll play a Ariel. On the left-hand side,
emotional damage.
Absolutely. On the left-hand side, emotional damage with Saboteurs, Hazuabs, Leoric, Death Knight, Muradin, a Dino Tracer, Rutso playing Li Ming. Last but not least, Yasu on a Stukov. Fetid Touch, level 1. We've got a Lion's Maw Varian, Enhanced Dahaka, Enhanced Agility Dahaka. And Leoric will go into Osin Renewal, and I think, ladies and gentlemen, now is the good time to remind you all that we got a gamble going on. Which team is going to win Towers of Doom? Get your gambles in. Olivia Roja, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Sorry, no, I have to say this like an American. Olivia Roja? Sorry. Haunting Wave activated by the Sylvana. She will not be able to close the distance into Leoric. And no early game kill. 5,300 immediately on the Saboteurs. Any Storm League Enjoyers? Any Storm League Enjoyer believers? Dino blinks once. Dahaka looking for a drag, can't land it. Goes back to doing the double soak duties. Is Quid implying that you need to be emotionally damaged to enjoy Storm League? No, I think people that are emotionally damaged do play Storm League. I think it's more of a statement than a question. Or excuse me, than an implication. All right, we got odds. Thank you so much for whoever played the odds on Storm League Enjoys. Hazuab's getting low here in mid lane. Does not go down. Tracer blinks in, throws the Pulse Bomb. Sylvanas eats about 25% of her HP. Taps the well, gets full mana and such. Li Ming in the bottom lane will continue to throw in some Arcane Orbs and Magic Missiles as some artillery into the fort front gate. Varian goes in for the charge. No level 4, so no taunt available. Nice Detainment Strike from the Ariel. No repeated defense, because, well, still no level 4. But a nice smack into the wall as Dahaka will continue his double soak rotations from top to mid. Tracer coming in here, just harass a little bit, also building up that Pulse Bomb off the Dahaka. There's the level 4. Varian has the taunt. We also will see the repeated offense for the Ariel. She gets a 25% further knockback, and you can scale up that damage to a bonus 250 after getting the 6 stacks. And I don't know, what's the baseline damage? Well, that's actually not bad. 193 baseline, so you're dealing just shy of 450 damage, and of course that baseline will scale. I don't believe the repeated defense doesn't scale, but the baseline does, so you will be at some point over 400, maybe even over 500 damage in the late game. Herfta? Jerfta? I don't know how to say your name, and I apologize. I probably got it right somewhere in there. Welcome to the stream, friend. Good to see you. As a reminder for anyone, if you're watching here on Twitch and you're new to the stream, be sure to drop a follow. It costs you $0. I do stream 6 days a week. We do a lot of Heroes of Storm content here. If you're watching over on YouTube, as we are trying to grow that channel, be sure to like and subscribe. Help us grow the YouTube channel. If we can hit 1,000 subs over there, which it's going to take us a while, but if we hit 1,000 subs there, we can monetize the YouTube channel and make a little bit more money for Bandit. My apologies, I was looking at the core, looking at the mini-map, and of course Dahaka and Sylvanas will be able to get the kill into Leoric as this is traded on the top left and right. Twice takes a Pulse Bomb to the face. Yasu getting low on the left side of our screen. The heal does come through, and it does look like the vast majority of the shots will go into Saboteurs' core, 32-36. I had to vote for Storm League Enjoyers so you can play more sound alerts. I think the sound alerts are one of the best additions to our Twitch channel, especially through the Twitch side of things, because if it breaks, I can give you back channel points. And also, we have a sort of unlimited amount of alerts we can add. With the other website I was using, I would have to pay them monthly to be able to add more alerts, whereas this, it's like, it doesn't always work, but if it doesn't, I can give you back points. The other one just eats the points, and if it messes up, then too bad. Unfortunately, it's going to be too bad for Cassia. She does fall. More bandit bucks, more bandit treats. Yes, exactly. Mo money, mo biscuits for bandit. We'll get our next objective phase here. It's going to be the center of the map. Sylvanas helping out Dahaka get a quick camp in the top lane. Uh-oh, Sapper Bug. Oh, no, the Sapper Bug. They got stuck on the keep front gate, or the fort front gate, but they do go through. Oof, the Sapper Bug. Players can't see observer chat, so it doesn't matter. Stormbolt into Varian. They're going to try and invade this on the side of Storm League Enjoyers. A charge goes out. Dino's the target of Itrax damage. We still have Dahaka on the point. Lurk Restraint bops back the enemy, and no successful steal on that onto the camp on the left-hand side. Objective phase is spawned here. We're going to cycle through the other numbers because 10 Talent here is almost here at the top of your screen. Half a level to go for Saboteurs. Storm League Enjoyers trying to catch a little more experience. Looks like Sylvanas did tap well, as that bar of mana over time. Sapper camp in bottom lane, maybe to be forced into the fort itself. Or excuse me, forced into the fort. Muradin gets level 10, gets his piercing Stormbolt, as well as his cooldown off of auto attacks. 5 minutes, 55 seconds for the 10 talent here, and Hazuabs gets the channel, and that will be parity found on the map. The Raven Lord fires into the Gravekeeper, 4 extra shots, or 4 more shots, 32-32. The game is evens. As Leoric Wraith walks out, is he looking for an Entomb onto Sylvana? She gets the Haunting Wave out. Dahaka meandering his way to top lane immediately. And let's see. Wave of Force, Flailing Swipes, Entomb for Leoric, Avatar Muradin, and Sticky Bomb for the Tracer. We know that just from the color of the talent right there. Wailing Arrow, Ball Lightning, Isolation, Crystal Aegis, and Varian will pick up what on level 10? He's going to go for the Warbringer. You could see the percent-based charge at level 13 if he wants to go that direction. 4% every 4 seconds, as you have 8 seconds off a 12-second cooldown. A lot of numbers being thrown at you, chat. Sylvanas doesn't activate Black Arrows. Actually, there will be the activations. Tracer gets the kill onto Dahaka with the help of Stukov. And Leoric in the top lane. Bottom lane fort gets down to about 25%. Crystal Aegis activated onto the Sylvanas. Fetid Touch finished out. Big slows! Big slows, big pops! And Li Ming finds a reset. With the kill into Dahaka from a moment ago, as well as a fresh kill on Sylvanas, Dahaka's now respawning, working his way towards the top lane. And I do think Storm League Enjoyers give this objective phase away. You defend against the Sappers being fed in through bottom, you soak up, you close that experience gap that has started to form between the 2 extra kills to Saboteurs. Storm League Enjoyers trying to poke at this wave. Muradin's eating a couple Lightning Furies from Cassia. One Sapper makes it in. One of them's really low here, 2, and the other gets locked down. So only 2 Sappers make it in. Li Ming throws a combo out. Varian's done with his level 1 Lion's Maw. Avatar activated by the Muradin. Yasuo uninterrupted. They want more as the Entomb comes down onto twice. A lurking arm underneath all of that. The DIY buried alive early on. Wave of Force doesn't get the kill onto Sylvanas. She taps the well. Itrax low. Muradin Dwarf tosses in. Heavy impact. Level 7 gets the slow. Tracer pops in there as well. And alone Dahaka goes, you guys got that, right? Unfortunately, a quadra kill goes over to the side of Saboteurs, and this will be bottom lane fort going over to them. And with the few kills that were found just now, the 4 kills that were found, that's going to be even more experience to our blue squad. Li Ming, mostly Blink build. Muradin's got his Bronzebeard Rage at level 13, one of my favorite talents. You land that Stormbolt and you just keep beating him up. Isolation! Aether tries to read the rotation of Tracer. There's a taunt immediately. Tracer gets the recall. Pulse Bomb onto the Dahaka. Dino's able to blink away, blink around some of this damage. Entomb from Leoric's pretty good. There's a silence from the isolation on Muradin. Flailing swipes, pushing people into the corner. Yasu gets the healing pathogen out to Death Knight, who will be forced to tap his, or activate his avatar. But meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Dahaka's going to be able to brush stock in. Li Ming's down here. Retso, yeah, I was gonna say, Aether, you gotta be a little careful up against Retso on this Li Ming. Savannah, oh. Do you have spell armor, Dahaka? No, he doesn't. Sylvanas wants to make a kill happen here. Retso turns around like, oh, I'll be able to take you out. And it's like, oh, wait, no, black arrows. No, thank you. They don't get the conversion of this bell tower in time. It's gonna be 5 shots, 9 shots? 5 shots for, no, it's 10. It's 10. They don't get this in time. Oh, wait. No, they did. They did get the channel in time from Stukov. So it is going to be 10 shots into the enemy core, I do believe. Unless I misread that completely. That makes sense. Hold on, I can look back at the score. I think I have it right, yeah. Haunting Wave in from Sylvanas. Windrunner activated as well. Crystal Aegis will be forced onto her. Li Ming throwing in some arcane orbs here and there. Ooh, that's a lot of damage on the eye tracks. Aria will fall. Li Ming's getting big reset city value. The Stormbolt into Dahaka. He's got Lurker Strain, but he'll be lurking from the Hall of Storms for the next 31 seconds. Man, oh man. Saboteurs making Towers of Doom look like a easy map for this team. We had fun watching Starship Troopers last night. Oh, dude, I had so much fun with Starship Troopers. I love that movie. Like it's one of the few 2-hour-long movies that does not feel like it's 2 hours. And I think like that's like one of the biggest compliments you can give to media is when it doesn't feel like it's the duration it is, in a good way. Like Knives Out, Glass Onion, like that movie, like I was just stuck into that. Whereas Death on the Nile, I thought I figured it out very early, and yeah, Death on the Nile was meh.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
If you have not seen Haunting in Venice, I believe it's actually on I think it's on Hulu. It was very good. Haunting in Venice was very enjoyable. Definite recommend on my end. Well, there's only one rule. Everyone follows, no one quits. You don't do your job, you piss. Exactly, Wildfire, exactly, yes. Some Starship Troopers quotes in that. Leoric gets the channel on bottom. The left side channel will happen as well. 10 shots go into the enemy team core. And this might be, if they can find a couple, that's a huge dwarf launch in! The heavy impact as well. The Stormbolt will land on the eye tracks. That's 1 kill. That's a reset for Li Ming. What I would love to see is a boss call right now. Get that enemy core down to 4 HP. Entomb from Leoric. Crystal Aegis will meet that. It's a double objective phase coming up next in the bottom and the center. Twice is getting low. This might be the quadra kill. It is going to be a quadra kill. As Leoric and okay, they're going for the barrage. Yeah, they're not going for boss. They're going for barrage. Minion wave and top gets that. I think you can still honestly go get boss. Get 4 shots, and you only have to wait for 4 to go through. Or you just spread yourself across the map and deny any sort of, yeah. Will the Forsaken activated by Sylvanas. She's able to sprint away here. This is looking done and dusted. Oh, Fafin, thank you for 25 more bits. I thought I saw that happen, but then I didn't. I thought it was the previous 25 bits. Thank you so much. I appreciate for the extra 25. We'll resend your alert at the end of the game. 2 more shots to go through. Twice will fall. XD. XD comes out. And this is looking LOL, I'm trash. And the rapid fire begins. GG, well played. The members of Saboteurs take map number 1 in this best of 3 winners bracket final. That's what I have to say about the Multiverse of Madness. It may not have been the best Marvel movie, but I was engrossed the entire time. When it ended, I was surprised. I have to rewatch that one. I usually watch, like, Marvel movies with my family. My mom loves the Marvel movies. Or not all of them, but she likes a lot of them. And I wasn't sure if they would like that one. I didn't like the new Ant-Man, though. Alright, we did have a treat redemption as well. We'll do that once we look at some of these stats. Alrighty, so... Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Copper's a good boy? No. No. Even his family would agree with me on this. There is the most common thing overheard one of the most common spoken things when I go over to my neighbor's house is, Copper, why are you such a dick? Or, God, my dog's a dick. Or, your dog's a dick. Or, he's a dick. You've been napping. Welcome back. Now this time when you go out on the money you get from this, you need to channel your inner Neil Patrick Harris. Oh, my dog is 10 billion times better than Copper. That's the truth. Welcome back into Dragonshire, ladies and gentlemen. We're here in the Meta Madness Qualifier number 2, day number 1. Tomorrow we will have a bunch of games. We'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 best of 3s and 1 best of 5 grand finals. I do believe tomorrow we're going to have a lot of great games. But today we're going to wrap up our winner bracket final. The winner of this series right here will go on to the grand finals. The loser will drop down to the lower bracket finals, which will be right before the grand finals tomorrow. So, we have to talk about Meta Madness draft style. The heroes that were picked and played in the previous map are unavailable for Dragonshire map number 2. If you're wondering how we got here, Brax is sold out, Sky Temple banned away by the Storm League Enjoyers, Tomb of the Spider Queen, and Battlefield banned up by Saboteurs. Towers of Doom was our first map, chosen by Storm League Enjoyers. They lost that map as the losing team. Storm League Enjoyers opted in for first pick priority, so Saboteurs will be taking us to Dragonshire, giving first pick over to our right side team. We get into some bans here. As we have a Lucio, Viking, Joanna, and Garrosh ban. The tournament itself has a base ban on Genji, Hanzo, Anduin, Blaze, Diablo, Brightwing, Vala, and Hogger. All 8 of those heroes are banned away in this tournament completely. We won't see them ever because I believe that ban list will only be added to and never subtracted from. First pick Uther on the right-hand side. You love this format? Yep, it's in the stream title. My Saturday is lazy. I planned on doing nothing because I finally DM'd some D&D for the first time. Oh! You DM'd some D&D for the first time last night and was expecting to be drained. Oh, nice. Well, enjoy the day of nothing. A day of nothing is always fun. Uther Anubarak, Greymane? Do we get an early Greymane? Yes, indeed. Dive, heavy composition, and aggression coming out from the side of Storm League Enjoyers. They want that map number 3. Not live on YouTube. Oh. Oh yeah, no, it's he's not a bad dog. He's just a pain in the butt. That's really it. Copper is the type of dog who will be difficult just to be difficult. I see Baha on iClicky. Stream title comes later, if at all. Isn't that the truth? Chromie to be banned away. What else will we be getting rid of here? Is there a main tank priority? Is there a healer they want to ban out? What do they want to get rid of here for Dragonshire on the side of Storm League enjoyers? That is what I am unsure about. What do they want to prioritize ban-wise? White main. So they will get rid of a Yasuo white main. Okay. So the right-hand side needs more damage in a solo laner. Left-hand side, we already have the Rexxar Maiev, but it would not be the first time if Hazuabs runs the Rexxar in the 4-man between mid-bottom. That is not uncommon for Hazu to do. He's done it in the past, and we could see him do it again. Tyrael, Sergeant Hammer, Maiev, so it is going to be a solo lane Rexxar. We need a healer for the Hammer. Deckard Cain, actually, sorry, my neck is killing me today. Deckard Cain would not be a bad healer. Zoning potential with Scroll of Sealing and the Herodric Cube. You've also got potions that he can just kind of chuck on top of Hammer or maybe in a retreat path. And Stay a While and Listen could be huge. Urel for the Righteous Hammer to bop people around. Junkrat to poke onto the Hammer and displace her as well. Maybe force out a level 4 self-cleanse from Hammer. That's a possibility. What do they want to do here for their healer? I expect it to be healer. I doubt they go healerless in this on the side of Saboteurs. I like the Deckard King quite a bit. And he wasn't played in the last map, right? Last map was Stukov and... I don't remember, but it wasn't Deckard Cain. Boom! It's like I'm good at analysis. It's almost like I can look at a composition and be like, you know what'd be good for this? This other thing. It's almost like I understand drafts sometimes. Sometimes I see through the miasma. Alright, start prediction. Which team will win Dragonshire? I barrel into chat. Shall I look around? Nah, straight into chatting. I like that. Stukov and Ariel. Thank you. Thank you. I was like, Stukov, yes. I don't remember the other one, but it wasn't an old man. That's a certainty. Okay. All right, the predictions written did, and we'll load on in, introduce the teams, and start the prediction. On the left-hand side, looking for a quick 2-0 here in the winner bracket finals. Moving into the potential grand finals with a victory here. We've got Saboteurs, Dino, playing Sergeant Hammer, Yasuo on Deckard Cain, Hazuabs with Rexxar. Misha, of course, will play Misha. Death Knight spraying with Tyrael. And last but not least, you got a vaulting Maiev, played by Rutso.
10 seconds.
The right-hand side of the map, looking to take us to a map number 3, possibly. We've got Storm League Enjoyers, Aether on a Urel, Itrax playing Greymane, twice with a new Barak, Aaron on a Junkrat, and last but not least, Levico will play that Uther. Take a look here at our first little engagement right before we run our gamble. It's a Regeneration Master for the Anubarak. Silver Touch, not Silver Touch. That's the wrong one. Wave of Light for the Uther. A little bit of poke here and there. Deckard Cain will be picking up his Sapphire on the Herodric Cube. There's an Avenging Wrath in. Rutso is going to use the Vault of the Wardens to avoid any of that damage. And it seems like a little bit of poke between both sides. Neither team going to lose anyone as Ashmantle, thank you very much. The gamble has begun, chat. Who's going to win map number 2 in our final best of 3 of the day? Nisha will be playing Rexxar. Yeah, that actually makes more sense, to be honest. What do we want? More Baja. When do we want it? More Baja. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it, everybody. As a reminder, I will be doing casting for the games tomorrow as well. Those games will be starting at 7 a.m. my time, which means that is 10 a.m. EST. And 9 plus 7 is 16, so 16 CET, if I'm not mistaken. 16 CET is when things start. If I did not say your time zone, tough, Google it.
Capture the shrines.
Just type 7 a.m. PDT to my time zone, and then you're covered. But that'll be tomorrow. We'll have a nice long day of casting as well tomorrow. See how things are going to shape up here, as we do have Rexar holding the top lane for the time being. Tyrael poking on the Anub'arak in the rotation. 7 a.m. on Sunday is basically 5 a.m. on Monday. What? Where do you live? Korea? Australia? Probably Australia at that point, right? What about CBT? Oh, chat. 7 a.m. PDT to my time zone. Why didn't it work? Because we're in PST. No, I'm convinced UTC is just a made-up time zone. UTC is just a made-up numbers. UTC actually provides no information. It's just people claim that because it's a big conspiracy. Big push in the top lane. Itrex is trying to poke from the safe side of the fort front gate, but that's rapidly being reduced by Saboteurs in this lane. As the Anub'arak will fall. I was waiting to see if the Spirit of Vengeance gets activated. Todd, stop it. Waking up at 7 a.m. on Sunday feels like waking up at 5 a.m. on Monday. But here's the thing. I love what I do for a living. I have to wake up at 5 a.m. to start casting at 7 a.m. Hell, I woke up at 6:15 today thinking that I was starting stream at 8 a.m. Turns out I was quite wrong, and I had half an hour to get ready for stream, so when we're done with this stream today, I'm definitely taking the boys around the block to stretch out the puppy legs. Stretch out my own legs as well. Umbral Bind will pull twice into the center of the objective area. That's an Anub'arak, excuse me, an Anub'arak. It's going to be a Concussion Mine pushing the Sergeant Hammer away. I was just staring at Anub'arak's positioning, wondering if they would find a kill on the side of Saboteurs into the big beetle, but that's not going to be happening. Potential Dragonite over to the side of Saboteurs. Meanwhile, Aether gets back on the point trying to get the counter channel, but Death Knight gets the Dragonite mid lane. Good thing it wasn't starting at 6 a.m. Yep. Good thing. It was funny because I even had the thought, like, the day before. I was like, oh, I should probably double-check the time that it's going to start. And then to myself, I was like, no, I saw it before. It was 8 a.m. No big deal. And, yeah, oh, here we are. It's all right. Like, I just had to scramble a little bit before stream, but I still got to eat some breakfast, which is the most important thing. I didn't start stream, like, super hungry. Is Bandit waiting for a good long walk? I don't think he expects it, but they're gonna have one. Also, I'm watching my neighbor's dog as well, so. Azuabs needs one auto. Nope, never mind, not anymore. It's a little bit more than one auto. Rexar was able to get out of here. He's not gonna get a kill into the Maiev. I'm looking at all the wrong things. Into the Urel. Retso is able to activate the Vault of the Wardens, but a Junkrat was trying to displace the Sergeant Hammer. Ends up getting taken down by Retso on this my bottom lane fort now being sieged by the Sergeant Hammer. Perfectly said, Wildfire. Perfectly said. Sergeant Hammer with the Hover Siege moving past the fort. They have a BFG level 10. We'll actually take a look at those 10 talent tiers at the top of our screen because we do have some other stats to go through: the damage, healing, and experience in map number 2 in our 5th best of 3 of the day. 5th best of 3 of the day. Warden's Cage, stay while and listen. My brain can't think of Sanctification. BFG, the blunt force gun for Sergeant Hammer, and the Boars for Hazuabs on Rexar Misha. Is Copper the type of dog that's a lot easier to handle in the evening because they've had a long, good walk in the afternoon? No. Copper is always difficult. Always. And that's not me just saying that as a meme. Copper is always difficult. Always.
My beloved is gone, but his power remains. Control the shrines and make use of it.
What does either excel at? I've always viewed him as a weak healer, but IDK Jack. What, Deckard Cain? What does Deckard Cain excel at? Oh, Uther. What does Uther excel at? Uther has a trait that gives armor to allies. Boar's unleashed by Rexar here in the top lane as we rotate up for a potential kill into Hazuab. Stale while and listen. Will connected to Greymane. Divine Shield thrown onto him. Hazuab's will not go down. He gets a potion from Yasuo at the last second. The blunt force gun comes through. Junkrat's the one to go down. Scroll ceiling lands onto a few enemies. So Uther has a decent, okay, the fight's not over yet. Never mind. Sorry, hold on. Let's hold off for that. Sanctification down from Tyrael. They're pressuring onto twice the Anubarak. We have Sergeant Hammer in mid lane channeling the Dragonite, and she will be able to grab it. Uther's trait. Uther, so Devotion. Uther basic abilities grant 25 armor to allied heroes and Uther, and 15 to Uther for 2 seconds. So armor, that's physical and spell. You also have the Eternal Vanguard, which is the ghost healing, as we like to call it. Uther has a baseline stun in his kit, and you can build into that stun, which is pretty good. You can get movement speed on the level 4, as actually Pursuit of Justice was taken. You can go Hammer the Lightbringer at level 1 and get cooldown reduction and mana return. You also have things like Wave of Light at level 1, damage or heal heroes 60 times with Holy Radiance. And you also get the duration of Devotion increased by 0.5 seconds, so that's more armor. You also have a passive damaging or healing heroes with Holy Radiance refunds 5 mana and reduces his cooldown by 0.75 seconds. You've got a few heal values. You've got piercing heal value. His heroics are really strong. The nice blunt force gun coming out right there as the Riptire will connect, and it's a Anubarak to go down. His base kit's really strong. He is very mana-starved. That is a factor of Uther as well. He can be very mana-starved, but I think the protection he can give to allies with armor, his 2 forms of healing are fairly strong, and Divine Shield is like one of the best heroics in Heroes of the Storm. It is a 3-second invulnerable, and you have 20% movement speed as well. It's a 90-second cooldown. That's not that long. Big Umbral Bind pulling a few inside this Warden's Cage as the Concussion Mine does allow Junkrat to be able to get away. There's going to be a very low Greymane on the left-hand side, stunned to oblivion as Retzo continues to dive in with this Maiev. Anubarak burrows out, trying to save his own hide. We have the Holy Ground from Tyrael out as well to block anyone getting around or out of this engagement. Ardent Defender utilized. Aether's gonna be able to Avenging Wrath away and tap well. Copper is just misunderstood. No. You spend a week watching this dog and you'll understand my position.
The shrines are ready for the taking.
One time I was watching Copper, and not even 2 minutes after my neighbor left dropping him off, he takes a pee on the ottoman in the living room. I had just let them outside. Don't know. He literally just marked the ottoman. He's like, all right, I'm gonna mark this. Weird ass shit, man. Challenge accepted. Thank you, Baha. I get ways to select it a bit more now. Glad to help. I don't know every little thing about Heroes of the Storm, but I have a pretty decent understanding of this game. I have may or may not been hired professionally once or twice in my career of casting. By Blizzard as well, to do casting for this game. So I have a decent understanding of what's going on. Now, do I get everything perfect? Pff, no. No one does. And anyone who thinks they get things perfect in casting, they're living in a dream world, or at least they got a bigger ego than I have. What kind of dog is Copper? He's a mutt. No, he's, I think he's a pointer and a something else, but the one thing my neighbor always says, he goes, I will never ever get a pointer ever again. My neighbor who owns the dog is like, I will never get another pointer. I'd say he's like pointer mixed with lab, probably. Dragonite smacking onto core right now. The members of Saboteurs want to guarantee their entry into the grand finals through the upper bracket. Hazuab's getting those axes in. They'll find a kill into Yrel on the side of Saboteurs. The Dragonite will expire here, but there's still enough damage. I mean, hell, you got a Sergeant Hammer on core right now. Greymane goes in for the throat, trying to find a kill. Hazuabs gets a kill into Uther. Sergeant Hammer takes down the Greymane. It does look like this is the beginning of the end, as Junkrat will fall as well. Actually, no, he won't. He'll be saved by Concussion Mine. Nubrak burrows in. One last chance. Sanctification comes down from the Tyrael, and that will be map number 2 over to the side of Saboteurs. A dominant series from our blue squad, who will move into the grand finals tomorrow afternoon. Lab energy is hard to deal with, honestly. I disagree and on this factor. Brown lab energy is hard to deal with. Yellow labs can be hyper and crazy. Black labs are the best goddamn labs out there. They're calm. They're panicked. Like, black labs are the best. Yellow labs are pretty hyper. Brown labs are just insane. Hence copper. He wears a German short hair pointer. He's an idiot. The thing with copper is, like, he'll get on a smell, and my neighbor walks him off leash. I never walk copper off leash because I can't control that dog. But my neighbor will walk him off leash, and, like, that dog will get on a smell and just wander off. Like, if you let that dog, if you don't pay attention to copper, he will just he'll end up at the other side of town because he smelled something. All right, which team wins Dragonshire? It is Saboteurs. A lot of believers in SL Enjoyers, and hey, I would have been right there with you, team. I would have been rooting for SL Enjoyers as well, in hopes that we would get ourselves a third map. But it looks like that is going to be it for the day.